Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Joyroute-jojo. Today we start a new tutorial series on SC-401 Microsoft Certified Information Security Administrator Associate. Before moving to that, let me introduce myself. My name is Jojo Paul. I work as a Microsoft technical consultant. I do have 12 plus years experience, hands-on experience as a senior IT consultant, system architect and migration specialist. And I do have all the certification related to Microsoft 365 and Azure. And this is the syllabus for the SC-401 exam. Before moving to that, let me tell you one thing. Whatever information I share through my videos, not only this particular video, whatever videos that you see in my channel, I use official Microsoft learning page along with my real production experience to share the data with you. And I make sure I do not pass any wrong information through my videos. However, the changes in Microsoft is very frequent. Whatever we have learned, whatever we have seen yesterday may not be relevant today in Microsoft because they make changes in very frequent. Apart from that, whatever information I share to you, it is trustworthy and I take this information from the Microsoft official page. All right. Let's move on. SC-401, this is the particular syllabus for the SC-401 exam. First module is implement information protection and the detailed information is given over here. We will be seeing this in detail right now. And the second module is implement data loss prevention and retention. The submodules are given over here. And the last one, manage risk, alert and activities. This is the third module and the detailed information is given below. So I shall put this link in below to my video description, or as a comment I shall share this link. All right. So Microsoft itself provide a learning page for Microsoft Certified Information Security Administrator Associate, and by module they share the data. We refer the same data, whatever they have given in text will be converting into a video. Along with practical simulation, we will be adding this with this video. In that way, we will be preparing this particular course. So first thing, implement Microsoft Purview information protection. In that, we are in protective sensitive data in digital world. So first, when we talk about protect sensitive data in digital world, what we have in Microsoft 365 environment, what you are using Microsoft 365 for different application, different services. You use Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive and many other different applications you have. Approximately more than 25 plus application you have in Microsoft 365 that you can use for different activities and different tasks. So in Microsoft 365, you have got more than 25 plus application for different purpose, from different activities and different tasks. In all these applications, what we actually do, we deal with the data. We are surrounded with the data. We have data everywhere. Email is the data, files, documents, chat messages, whatever you are going to exchange in Teams, what you are storing in SharePoint, whatever you are keeping in OneDrive place, these all things are data. So now when we talk about data, data is going to follow a journey, a life cycle journey. So data start from here on very start point. You create data, you bring data to existence. For example, I'm going to create a document, a doc file. I'm creating a data, I'm creating a new information. If I am receiving an email, and so that's a new data. So if I am receiving an email, that's a data, that's a data and it's in the data format. When any data comes in existence, what happens in the company? If you want to protect your data, the first things that you have to know about your data. So the first thing is to know about your data. If you do not know about your data, it means you will be confused. So in your organization, whatever data you have in your organization, in Outlook, in Exchange, in SharePoint, OneDrive, whatever data it is there, you should know about your data. If you do not know about your data, then it means you will be confused that which data I should protect and which data is something that I can avoid. So in every company, in every organization, there will be different data like confidential data, highly confidential data, some private data, secret data, and or some general data. So in order to protect your information, protecting data in Microsoft 365 environment, the most important step is to know your data. So to know your data, we use data classification. Let's get into the data classification right now in the portal. So first thing, through data classifications, we know our data. So let us get into the data classification. Let me click on solution, and here under information protection, if we click on that, we get the classifiers. Here you could see three type of classifiers mainly. First one is trainable classifiers, sensitive info type, and EDM classifiers. So let us learn about these three right now. Let's start with sensitive info type. So Microsoft has already added different patterns that patterns can easily detect what data you have in your current organization. For example, if you click on this sensitive info type, we have precisely 327 sensitive info types available from Microsoft. This is created by the Microsoft. The publisher is Microsoft Corporation itself. And in this sensitive info type, so in this sensitive info types, these are actually the patterns. Pattern for credit card details, pattern for passport, pattern for driving license, pattern for different kinds of other matching patterns. And these are already added by Microsoft here, and these are in 327 in numbers. All these patterns we can use in different policies, and also these patterns are here so that it will detect, that will be matched in any assessment, especially what data, what information you have in your organization. And apart from that, if something that cannot be presented in format of pattern or keywords, that comes under trainable classifiers. Let's try to understand about trainable classifiers right now. So whatever we cannot include, in sensitive info type, we can include it in trainable classifiers. So use built-in or custom trainable classifiers to identify specific categories of content based on the existing item in your organization. Once created, classifiers can be used in several compliance solutions to detect related content and classify it, protect it, and retain it, and more. So as the name suggests, trainable classifiers. Let's try to understand this trainable classifiers with the help of this PPT. Trainable classifiers learn from the examples you provide and then automatically recognize similar content across Microsoft 365 in Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams. You are giving some examples. These are the these are the data. These are the example of this type of data, and it automatically recognizes similar content across Microsoft 365. So there are two type of trainable classifiers. One is pre-trained classifiers. That's what you are seeing here. Whatever you are seeing here, these are the pre-trained classifiers built in by itself. It's in language English, created by Microsoft, last modified on this particular date, and last modified by Microsoft. So these are the pre-trained classifiers which we can see over here, and this is in 115 items in numbers. So these pre-trained classifiers, Microsoft provides ready-made classifiers such as resume, source code, contract, harassment, threat, and all that. So no training is required, just enable and use it. We can integrate these trainable classifiers with some policies and we can use it. And the next one is that custom trainable classifiers. We are creating some custom trainable classifiers. We create our own classifier based on our organization content. For example, HR offer letter. We are giving some 50 to 500 documents saying this is the pattern, this is the our HR offer letter looks like, or vendor info invoices, legal notices, internal project documents, or customer complaints. On the basis of this, the trainable classifiers, it automatically start detecting the same type of the documents from the Microsoft 365 environment, and it classifies it. So how the trainable classifiers work? If you upload some sample document, when we are positive examples and negative example, you can give it. We will create one trainable classifiers right now. So before that, let's know how we can create it. We can give some positive examples. What should be detected. Negative samples should not be detected, and Microsoft AI learns this pattern. You publish the classifier. Purview scan content across Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, OneDrive, Teams, and all this. It's search for the similar data, and you can use it in DLP policies, and it classifies it. And later you can use it in DLP policies to sensitive labels and retention policies. You can use this classified data. So that's about trainable classifiers. Let's create a trainable classifier right now. If you click on create trainable classifiers, you can name it like test right now, and you give a description here. And now you will have to give positive sample. To learn how classify content, the model needs samples that match the kind of document you want to classify, positive samples that will compare non-matching samples. So each site should have, you can add it in the site. You can give the sites, SharePoint sites here where you have uploaded the document, 50 to 500 files. It should include minimum 50 to 500 files. And on the basis of, and content must be written in English. Support file types include Office, document, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, PDF, text files, and other types. And the detail you can get it from here, which are the other types that are supported. And you provide the positive sample content, then you provide the negative sample content. You will have to give such sites here. I do not have any sites to provide as of now. And you have to give it the negative sample, then review and create the classifier. So you get a trainable classifiers over here, and accordingly, and you can utilize that with other policies like DLP policies, sensitive labeling, and retention policies. So that's all about trainable classifiers. Then we have EDM classifiers. As the name suggests, exact data match, where we cannot compromise anything. We have to classify it exactly data matching. So here itself it is written what it is. Exact data match classifiers use exact values from your organization data to detect matches instead of generic patterns. Instead of giving some generic patterns, for example, there should be 5-digit number. Instead of that, we say this is the 5-digit 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 5-digit number that used for the employee ID or something. So accordingly, it classifies exact data match. It classifies. So in EDM classifiers, the organization already know the exact values. They want 0 false positives in data classification. They want detection anywhere in Microsoft 365. In such scenario, we can use EDM classifiers. We securely upload a sample of our HR database or whatever to the Microsoft Purview. Purview hashes the sensitive value and later looks for the exact matches across email, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams. Let's consider a scenario, an email leak. An HR executive send an email. Please find the details below, like employee name, email ID, and national ID. These details have been shared via email. So the result is EDM matches the hashed national ID. Supporting data confirms the identity. Supporting data can be email or employee. and content is classified as highly sensitive. So some action to be taken. Once EDM detect the data, either block the external sharing, show the DLP policy tips. In the DLP policy, we may be giving a tips as a notification. We supposed not to send such data to the customers or whatever. We will be creating some notification, or log an incident in the Purview portal, or investigate via Content Explorer. This can be the action taken once XR data match detect in the Purview portal. All right. Now, if you come down, we have explorers here: Data Explorer and Content Explorer, and Activity Explorer. Content Explorer is a classic one. This will be deprecated soon, and they have created a Data Explorer for that. So Data Explorer and Activity Explorer will be visible in future. Content Explorer, I believe they will discontinue this in near future. So let me click on Data Explorer. Here it detect all the sensitive info type, sensitivity labels, retention labels, and trainable classifiers, along with all our Microsoft 365 environment. Poland passport, you can see in Exchange. There are 9 items. Hong Kong identity card, you could see here in Exchange. Then in Philippines passport number, 9 items you can found. European Union passport number, 9 items you can see. And here it provides the sensitivity that info type that has detected from our environment. Through the Explorer, we can explore whatever sensitive info type, whatever classification has been done, that can be explored through Data Explorer. And we have Activity Explorer too. So it will review activity related to content that contains sensitive info type or has labels applied, such as what labels were changed, files are modified, and more. Label activity is monitored across Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, and endpoint devices. To use this feature, which is Activity Explorer, to use this feature, turn on auditing, so we can start recording user admin activity in your organization. When you turn this on, activity will be recorded to audit logs and available view in this report. So presently it is not turned on, so I am just turning it on. So hereafter, whatever activity related to the content, it will be visible here in the Activity Explorer. So we are preparing the audit log. It can take up to 24 hours to fully record user and admin activity, but you might start seeing activity appear in few hours. So that's all about this classifiers and explorers. We will proceed with the other data in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet in the other video. Till then, goodbye.